Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, let's work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this Tuesday morning, September 27th, 2022. I am honored that you will take some time out of your day, especially this early in the morning, to come watch me trade. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to make you successful currency traders. That'll enable you to change your lifestyle and by becoming financially independent by learning how to currency trade with our proprietary trading tools. We do these sessions for 2 reasons. One is as a teaching moment to help you become better as a trader by watching an experienced trader trade, and 2, to give you the confidence that you need to see that it works, and it works well once you know how to read the indicators and then also practice proper risk and money management. So with that, let's get into it. We need to start by listening to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the other great things about the program is because we allow you, once you're trained, we're so confident in how well the tools work. We let you trade with company funds and split what you make, and that confidence allows us to give you many opportunities to continue learning and getting better, to provide that support and accountability that makes the difference between a successful and unsuccessful trader. So when you become a regular member, we have multiple live trade opportunities. At 10 a.m. we do a little scalp trade. At 6 p.m. We do a long-term trade where they're typically going for 30 plus pips. At 10 p.m. It is morning time in Australia, so we are trading Australian pairs, and typically they're doing a 10 plus pip trade. Plus there are other paid opportunities, and then continued training in addition to the one-on-one training which we provide. Wednesday night there's a training session, and Saturday mornings there are trading sessions. So you always have the opportunity to talk to somebody and get feedback on what you're doing. I like to trade off of a little checklist, make sure that I am not missing anything. And every morning I restart my green chart and make sure my MetaTrader 4 is connected. Restarting the green chart is a good habit because the memory gets clogged up and doesn't quite work as efficiently. So if you turn it on and turn it off, it will work better. Review of the day's trades. at the end of the day, not just your trades, but just what you did during the day, for improvements that you make, things you could have did better, specifically on the trades that didn't go well. As we're in a new week, we are going to skip that. As we are technical traders, well, actually, let me just step back. If you got my trade yesterday, that did close positively. Every evening at around 6 p.m. Eastern time, I send out a trade setup. I recommend that you look for it. If you aren't seeing it, check your spam and unspam the email. That is a highly accurate trade. I expect it to close during the middle of the night. Last night's trade actually closed, I don't know, I think before I went to bed, it was maybe around 9 o'clock. So you don't necessarily see how I figure that out, but I have created a video that I'll be releasing soon that shows my analysis on that. I am trading that off of the day chart. As we are technical traders, one of the things that does impact currency price movement is news, and we want to know what that news is so that we can trade around it. We are strictly price action traders, which means our indicator is picking up what it believes to be the future direction of the move. News can skew that. So to figure out what that news is, we go to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 components. Yellow is a low impact, orange is medium impact, and red is high impact. We want to stay away from the reds, and specifically when I trade, I like to make sure that I am out of a trade 2 hours before the expected news item. I found that sometimes the news items can leak. Not so much when, say, Fed Chairman Powell speaks, but like on these things when they're releasing data, that sometimes gets out beforehand. So this morning, Fed Chairman Powell speaking at 7:30, and we are within the 2-hour window of that. We've got a couple orange items coming up at 8:30, and then at 10 a.m., consumer confidence is being released, along with the new home sales and manufacturing index. So all of these coupled together, we're going to stay out of the U.S. dollar this morning. So with that, let's get into trading. Here are our indicators. I am trading off of the light 6 major chart. I call this a composite chart because it's showing us 6 different currency pairs, all off of a 1-hour candle. On a 1-hour candle, a move is good for anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And if you'll watch my trading, the majority of my trades are around 10 pips. So with that, the setup that I'm looking for, that 10-point setup, I am looking basically to get the lines to line up, and or the lines to point in a certain direction, and I'm looking for 3 points from the majors, 3 or 4 points from the TNT, and 1 from the pressure. So I start my analysis by looking at the middle section of the chart. I know I said we're not going to take a trade on the Euro or USD, but as this is a teaching moment, we're going to go through and just see if any of the setups look good. I start with this middle section, the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. Black and gray is the minor indicator. Horizontal or red line is the oversold line. So when these lines are below the oversold line, that is a good buying opportunity. Likewise, when the lines are above the blue line, this is the overbought line, that's a good selling opportunity. And the time that's right for selling is when the lines are pointing up, which they are here, and we have what's known as the double cross, where the green line is crossed over the red and the gray line is crossed over the black. So I've got 3 points here. One, we're oversold going into the channel. Two, that everybody is going up. And three, that I've got the double cross. I also like the fact that the lines are all clustered together, and that's like an added plus, but not one of the points. And then also, I like the steepness of this green line. That is, in terms of degrees, that's almost 80%. So I like this setup a lot. So when I have the 3 points here, I'm going to jump up to my TNTs. I want to see how many lines are consistent with what I am seeing down here. So I've got a buy signal. My 2 orange lines are going up, telling me buy. The blue lines are inversely related. So what that means is when blue is going down, that means buy. Dotted blue is going down. So 3 of the 4 lines are telling me buy. And when I have 3 or 4 of these lines telling me buy, coupled with the majors telling me buy, I'm going to jump down to the TNT or to the pressure, and I want the lines either going up or the green line on top, and I do have that here. So I have got 7 points. When I have 7 points, I will do a confirmation of the setup. I am not going to do the confirmation of the setup because we're not going to trade the Euro USD this morning. But this is a nice setup. We got everything that we want here. In fact, we normally we're going to see that or many times, I'd say 8 out of 10 times, there'll be down pressure, but the green line will be on top. Here we've got up pressure, which makes it even better. It's weak up pressure. What makes it weak up pressure is the lines are separated. The pressure is stronger the closer the lines are together, and the steeper the lines. So this is a nice setup, but we're going to pass on it because we've got that news coming out. Chairman Powell speaking shortly. This, again, another nice setup. Oversold, everybody's going up. The lines are, I've got the double cross. Lines are clustered, good steepness. I like this one actually even a little better because we're not as far into the channel. I will consider anything that is halfway, less than halfway. This is less than halfway. This is about a quarter of the way in. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down, so 3 out of the 4. And we've got up pressure. This up pressure isn't as good as this. The red line isn't quite, red line is going up, but it's not going up as much as this one. So again, I like this, but we're not going to trade it because we've got that news coming up. Pound USD. Pound USD has been at record lows for the history of the currency pair. So I don't know, that scares me a little bit. So I'm just going to trust what I see in the indicators to take those little pieces out of it. But we're at record lows for the history for the euro dollar. You know, we're at lows for the last 20 years. A low for the last 20 years. This is a low for the history of the exchange rate. I was talking to some people in Europe yesterday, and even though things are tough here, they're even tougher there. This one we've got everybody going up, but I'm going to pass on this because it's we didn't really get to oversold, and we're more than halfway through the channel. Can I get 10 pips off of a move like this? Yes, I can, and you can see that. Had we grabbed this is a 30 pip move right here. Based on my trade rules and my trade plan, I want to catch the trade here and run it through the channel. Just like, say you were able to catch the trade here and run it through the channel. To me, it's easier to get the 10 pips. I want to get in and get out. So here, this was, a 40 pip move from here to here as it ran through the channel. So I can pull 10 out of that easily. USD Canadian dollar, again, another nice setup. Overbought, everybody's coming down. The double cross, so 3 points. 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue going up, 3 points here, and I've got weak down pressure. So we're seeing it all across the way. Usually if you get it on one, you're going to see it on several. USD Swiss franc, just approaching oversold. USD yen, didn't really get to overbought, but everybody's going down, not quite to the halfway mark. I count the halfway mark by what the green line is doing. Again, 3 out of 4, and really strong down pressure here. This is a little bit steeper than what we were looking at over here, and the lines are closer together. But again, we're going to pass because of those news items coming up. I've cloned this chart, and I have 6 other pairs that are non-US based. So let's see what's going on here to see if we can find something. Euro pound, oversold. We don't have agreement on the majors and minors, so we're going to pass. The way this trade works, or the theory behind this trade, is that if we get everything to line up, that gives us the highest chance of the move doing what we expect it to do. Because each of the 3 sections of the chart are measuring something different. So if I can get agreement across all 3, I've got a good trade. AUD JPY, minors were oversold, majors didn't quite get oversold. Everybody's going up. I've got the double cross with the green and red. I'm not crazy. The slope is, I guess, a little bit better than 45. The cross on the major is a little weak because it's just crossing. I've got two orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. So I got 3 of the 4, and I have up pressure. So I've got 7 points here. I'm going to take a look and see what else we have, and then come back to this. Just because I'm not crazy about the slope, or the degree of the double cross, because it's almost at the point that if it moves a little bit, it'll come undone. This is really more sideways. Euro Canadian, Australian New Zealand dollar sideways. Pound yen, we're in the middle of the channel. Euro Australian dollar oversold and starting a turn, but hasn't quite turned. Let's go to our next group. So I've got another 6 pairs. Canadian dollar yen, oversold, everybody going up. Double cross, so we got 3 points here. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down, 3 points here, and I've got very weak up pressure here. Again, what's making it weak is the distance between the the red and the green line. So we've got 3 points here. We've got the double cross. The major double cross is a little weak. But let's go ahead and continue our analysis and see if we go to the next phase of our analysis and see what that tells us. So what happens is when I see the setup, then I want to confirm the setup. And the way I'm going to confirm the setup is I'm going to go to the 2 and 4 hour chart and see if we are, in this case, oversold. So this is Canadian dollar, yen. I like this better than the Australian dollar yen because we're going into morning time with the Canadian dollar. On the Australian dollar yen, we're going into evening time on both. And generally, I prefer to trade when one of the pairs is morning time because that's going to give us a little bit more activity. And that more activity is going to allow the trade to close faster. So Canadian dollar yen. Let's open this up. Now I'm going to look at multiple time periods. So this is the signal we were just looking at, and actually it's weakened just a little bit here. It's really sideways. The green line is horizontal versus going up, and now it's actually even going down a little bit. What I am looking for is I want to see both the 2 and the 4 hour oversold. They don't have to be going up, but I want to see them oversold. We're not oversold on the 2 hour. This is telling me that there's still more down in the movement. We're in the channel and it's still going down. And here we're overbought and kind of going sideways. So this signal and this signal conflict. I want everybody oversold. And when I have everybody oversold, if this weakens, if the 1 hour chart weakens, I'll still get the trade off of the 2 or the 4 hour chart because eventually it's going to turn around. It's just going to take longer. So that's kind of my backup plan if the trade doesn't do specifically what I want when I want it to do it. So we're going to pass on this. Let's see what else we have. We didn't really get overbought here, so I'm going to pass. Didn't really get oversold here. Middle of the channel, oversold, going sideways, so nothing there. Let's go to our fourth grouping. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. We're really sideways here. Sideways here on Swiss franc yen, euro yen, oversold. Everybody's going up. The 2 orange lines are going up, dotted blue going down, so 3 of the 4. This isn't that steep, but that's okay. But I've got down pressure here, down pressure with red on top. I need to either have up pressure or the green line on top, so I don't have the full setup. Pound, Australian dollar, overbought. Everybody's coming down. I don't like the slope on this. This is less than 45 degrees, the green line. We do have 3 points. When I jump up to the TNTs, I only have 2 out of the 4. Not 3 out of the 4 that I want. Thick orange is going down, thin orange is going up. So I've got 1, and then I got the dotted blue going up, which is another. So this kind of confirms what I'm seeing here, that the slope isn't great. I do have the red line on top, up pressure with the red line on top, but I don't have what I need out of the TNT, so I'm going to pass. Sideways, oversold and sideways, oversold and the majors here are sideways to me. You could argue they're going up. We do have the double cross. What scares me off of this one is we've got this kink in the line. So I am going from more steep to less steep. I want to go from less steep to more steep. So the kink in the line is scaring me away. We do have 3 out of 4 here, but we don't have the pressure here. So, but I'm just the lack of the kink, or the lack of the kink in the line makes this not a good trade. So we've just gone through 24 pairs. We did see some good setups on the Euro, on the USD pairs, but we're going to hold off because there's news coming. The nice thing about our program is we do create a trade plan for you that kind of matches your personality and your preferences and your risk profile and how you want to trade. But we have multiple signals that you can use to trade with. So I am going to see if we can get a little scalp trade, and that little scalp trade is something called the thick orange line trade. And basically, it is looking to see what the thick orange line is doing. The thick orange line is, its position is evaluated up here, and it is a scaled number. So when this is as high as it can go, it's at 10. When it's as low as it can go, it's at 0. So when it's as high as it can go, since it's a scaled number, it believes that there's no more up in the movement. There's no more up in the movement. That is a time to sell. So let's see if we can do it. It is good only at the top of the hour off of the 1 hour chart. So we've got, when there's less than 5 minutes left, we've got 3 minutes left. So I'm looking for 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either. So 6 isn't close enough, 4 isn't close enough, 7 isn't close enough, 5 isn't close enough, 1.9 isn't close enough, 7 isn't close enough. So let's go to the next, go back. 4 isn't close enough, 4 isn't close enough, 8.5 isn't close enough, no, no, yes. 9.3 is within 1 of 10. So this is close enough. Now, we don't want to just trade on one piece of information. So to confirm that indeed there's not much more up in the movement, I want to take a look at where the majors and minors are. And what will give me that confirmation, if this is at 10, I want to see these lines way up here above the overbought line. And these lines are down here, still in oversold territory. Minors are telling me there's some up in the movement. Majors are sideways. But I need to have both elements for this trade to be a good trade. So I only have one piece, one of the elements. So I'm going to skip. So let's keep going. Look at our next group. 2, no. 5, no. 5, no. 0.49. Yes. 0.49, yes. That's within 1 of 0. And my majors are oversold and going down. So I've got two elements to the trade. Now, there's a third element that I didn't mention, but when I have this oversold, I want it to be where it has come down and like over here to be oversold. Here, this guy's been lagging down under oversold for what, 5 hours, 6 hours. If this guy has been lagging down here oversold, the trade isn't as good. So I'm going to pass on that. I want it to come from oversold or overbought to oversold. So I will add that to the rule, but because what happens is when it goes from overbought to oversold, it's like pulling on an elastic band. And then when the hour changes, it snaps, and we get that little 5-pip move off of it. Here, when it's been down here multiple hours, we don't get that snap. So I am going to pass on here. So let's go to the next group. Next group is all U.S. pairs. So the likelihood is we're not going to take anything because we're within 30 minutes of the Fed Powell chairman taking, but 4 no, 3 no, 3 no, 6 no, 6 no, 6 no. So I am sorry, gang. We did our analysis, but we didn't come up with a trade. Sometimes the best trades are the trades that you don't make. But if you are committed to learning how to trade and coachable, we can teach you to do this. The indicators work. I've been trading with them for 3 years. The activity is life-changing. You've got to be willing to make an investment in yourself. If you're willing to make an investment in yourself, we can provide the support and guidance that you need to do this successfully. If you have questions, feel free to reach out directly to me. You can reach me at schedule a time with me at forexsmarttrade.com/schedule, forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. We're here to help. We will help. And if you want this, are coachable, and are willing to, committed, we will make you a successful trader. Thanks so much. We will see you again Thursday morning. Bye-bye.